This is a little different from our usual narrowboat cruising videos. Leaving our 60-foot narrowboat home behind for a few days and swapping life on the canals for life at sea. On Saga's Spirit of Adventure, a 700-foot long cruise ship, which is actually one of the smaller ships in the world of cruising. She's one of Saga's newest ships, launched in 2021 and carries just under 1,000 passengers, including me and my mum for the next 5 days, on what will be my mum's very first cruise.
Dropping these two off for a cruise.
It's even more special for us because our son and grandson Alex works on board as one of the entertainers. You may have seen him in some of our vlogs, taking the helm as we cross the famous Pontcysyllte aqueduct.
It's like the scene in Polar Express where it's like, left turn, right turn.
He had no clue whatsoever that we were joining him on board, so stay tuned to see the moment that we surprised him. We're on a 5-day cruise to the Isles of Scilly, just off the coast of Cornwall, leaving Portsmouth and heading for Plymouth on the Devon coast, onto the Isles of Scilly, then stopping at Falmouth in Cornwall and returning to Dover. We knew that Alex was on gangway duty that day, so we'd delayed our arrival, but the cruise director was in on the surprise and made sure Alex was well away from the area before we boarded, and we went straight to our room so we wouldn't be seen. It feels like a floating boutique hotel, elegant, bright and beautifully designed. And every cabin comes with its own balcony, even the single rooms. Our room was labelled officially as having a restricted view, and there is this walkway in front of the balcony, but there wasn't public access and it really didn't spoil our view at all. Our room was really spacious with lots of storage and space under the bed to store your suitcase out of the way. Plenty of hangers provided for the wardrobe, with dressing gowns and slippers, although some of the floor space was taken up with the life jackets. But we'd read that some passengers store these under their bed. I'm used to compact storage space on our narrowboat, so this was a luxury, with ample shelves and drawers, and a safe too to keep your valuables. There's a clothes brush, a shoehorn, a hairdryer, and even some binoculars. And more storage in the bedside cabinets. And plenty of plug sockets and USB charging points too. There's a dressing table and a sitting area, with fresh fruit for the room. And the beds can be configured as a king size, or like we've got it here, as 2 singles, or twins in America. And there's a large TV on the wall, and a mini fridge with water, and everything to make a cup of tea or coffee. The shower room is a really good size, again with plenty of storage. A proper shower cubicle with a door that opens rather than a shower curtain. And the most lovely smelling toiletries are all provided. There's a turn-down service, with of course a chocolate on your pillow, which I collected to put on Pete's pillow when I got back. There's a really good menu for 24-hour room service if you want to eat in your room, and you can pre-order breakfast to be delivered to your room too. We settled in with our first cocktail of the cruise. All drinks are already included with Saga cruises. Went to check in at our muster station, which thankfully wasn't the one that Alex was manning, and we watched the safety video in our room.
My name's Andy, and I'm going to take you through the safety information in case there's ever an emergency on board.
Then it was time for sail away, accompanied by the wonderful Portsmouth Rock Choir. A really special treat.
This could be the end of everything, so why don't we
And then it was time for our very special surprise. We decided on the Britannia Lounge, which is one of the main entertainment venues on board. But at this time it was quiet, and it was usual for the entertainers to go and meet some of the guests after sail away. So easy for my mum and I to be strategically placed.
Have you seen it's like over there, the ship?
No! No way! Oh my god! No way! I literally was. Oh my god! Hello!
So the entertainment was one of the main reasons we went on this cruise, to enjoy seeing Alex and everyone perform. The two main entertainment areas are here, the Britannia Lounge and the Playhouse Theatre, with seating for 444 guests, with performances every evening, along with cinema screenings and live music. Here's just a little taste of what we saw during our cruise.
Winds in the east, mist coming, like something is brewing, about to begin. One more day to revolution, we will nip it in the bud. We'll be ready for these schoolboys, they will whack themselves with blood.
Watch them in the catch them as they fall, never know your life when it's a free for all. Singular sensation, every little step she takes, we'll always say you don't do it fine.
This is what we were most excited to see, Alex's Frank Sinatra show, because it was proof that dreams really do come true.
If I can make it there, I'll make it. Anyway, it's up to you, New York, New York.
Can we please put our hands together for your production cast vocalist Alex Rudd with Sinatra Selections.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it in New York, New York. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. The record shows I took the blows and did it
There really is something to suit all tastes while you're on board. And guest acts like this Cornish shanty group when we were in Cornwall.
For this is my Eden, and I'm not alone. For this is my Cornwall, and this is my home. And shall Trelawney live, or shall Trelawney die? Here's 20,000 Cornish men will know the reason why.
And the resident band in the Britannia Lounge most evenings. Our first port of call was Plymouth on the Devon coast, but we decided to stay on board just to enjoy being on such a beautiful ship. The Spirit of Adventure is one of Saga's 2 ocean ships, offering cruises for guests aged 50 and over. Saga's big selling point is that it's all inclusive. That means that all drinks, dining, Wi-Fi, gratuities, travel insurance, and even chauffeur transfers from your home to the port are covered. There's no tipping expected and no hidden extras. But you can donate to the Crew Welfare Fund if you would like to. It even includes the specialty restaurants and an excursion at each port. She was launched in 2021 and carries around 987 passengers, which makes her small enough to feel friendly and personal, but large enough to have plenty of facilities. The ship is British owned and operated, and it's comfortable and easy to get around with a calm, modern feel, with plenty of lounges and seating areas where you can relax and enjoy the view. The Lido deck has an outdoor heated swimming pool, with 2 whirlpools and plenty of sun loungers. It's served by the Lido bar, and you can also order food from the grill, which is just a few steps away. Inside, there's statement artwork across the ship, and beautiful shades of blues and yellows wherever you go. And even the bathrooms are beautifully decorated. This is the gorgeous library, located at the top of the atrium, with a self-service coffee bar and snacks including the best shortbread. There's a TV and a wide range of books that you can borrow, and a quiet office corner if you need it. There's a wide range of activities on board, from shuffleboard to table tennis or a game of darts, or trying a new craft from one of the onboard teachers, with everything you need provided at no extra cost. I tried the watercolour class, something I've never done before, and was surprisingly pleased with my effort. And at the end of the cruise there's an arts and crafts show, where I showed off my first attempt at watercolour to Alex and my mum. There's also a card room with organised groups, or you can just arrange a game with friends. There's a gorgeous spa with a hydrotherapy pool, plus a sauna and a steam room, and a beauty salon with spa treatments. And this is the fitness centre that has some organised classes too. And the Britannia Lounge is the place for line dancing classes and daily quizzes. And there's even a choir you can join on some cruises, run by the vocalists. The Spirit of Adventure has 5 main restaurants, all included in the fare, from the dining room to the more informal grill, and 3 specialty restaurants: Kukuri, Amalfi and the Supper Club. The dining room is the largest venue and serves breakfast, lunch and dinner, with an open seating policy and no set dining time. This is where we chose for most of our evening meals. You can pause on the menu if you want a closer look. The grill is a more informal option, with an extensive buffet. And in the evenings it serves the same dinner menu as the dining room, but in a more relaxed atmosphere, if that's what you prefer, especially on formal nights. In all the restaurants there are these hand washing stations, which the staff gently guide you to use to keep everybody safe. This is the Amalfi, an Italian restaurant that my mum and I tried one evening. It was really lovely and just a lot smaller venue than the main dining room, with a wonderful menu. I had the seafood risotto, which was delicious. And we had creme brulee and panna cotta for dessert. The supper club offers dining and music, with live performances while you dine. This was actually where Alex performed his first Frank Sinatra cabaret, before we moved to the larger venues. And the last of the speciality restaurants is the Kukuri House, which we wish we'd had time to enjoy. This was our assigned location to wait for debarkation, so at least we got to see how beautiful it was. It's the first Nepalese restaurant at sea. The highlight of our cruise was the Isles of Scilly, a small group of islands about 28 miles off the southwest tip of Cornwall. There were over 100 islands and rocky islets in total, but only 5 were inhabited: St Mary's, Tresco, St Martin's, Briar and St Agnes. We'd chosen the included excursion to the Abbey Garden on Tresco, arriving by a local tender from our ship. There was a shuttle bus provided to the Abbey Gardens, or you could choose to walk the half-mile like we did. Tresco is the second largest of the islands and one of the most popular for visitors. It's privately owned by the Dorian Smith family and is best known for the Tresco Abbey Garden, which has been called one of the most remarkable botanical gardens in the world. So we were excited to visit. The Isles of Scilly are known for their mild climate, clear waters and laid-back way of life. We were really taken aback by the turquoise sea and the white sand. It didn't seem like the UK. Thanks to the influence of the Gulf Stream, the islands stay much warmer than the mainland, which is one reason why plants from all over the world can grow here. The garden was first established in the 19th century by Augustus Smith, who built his home beside the ruins of a Benedictine abbey. He began collecting exotic plants from around the world, and because of the island's frost-free climate, many of them thrived. Today, the garden covers around 17 acres and contains over 20,000 species of plants from as far away as South Africa, Australia and South America. There's also sculptures and fountains and the famous Valhalla collection, a display of figureheads salvaged from shipwrecks that occurred around the islands over the centuries. spent a couple of hours wandering through the gardens, taking in the views and enjoying the peaceful atmosphere. It was a real highlight of visiting the Isles of Scilly, beautifully kept and full of colour. These shell mosaics in one of the shelters were just stunning. If you've seen any of our other videos, you'll know that Poppy is a real squirrel addict. Can you see anything, Pop? What can you see?
Always looking, aren't you, Pop?
So of course, when we saw endangered red squirrels on Tresco Island, I had to video them for her. Her very own personalised squirrel TV. Back in 2013, 20 red squirrels arrived by helicopter to take up residence on the island. As a private island, Tresco was a secure home for the declining red squirrels, hoping that they would breed. And now there's a thriving population. Red squirrels are native to the UK, but have become rare on the mainland due to the spread of the non-native grey squirrel. On Tresco, though, they've found a safe haven. And after our squirrel excitement, we headed to the cafe, with a gift shop and loads of yummy cakes. And then it was time to head back to the boat. But of course we had to take one last look at that gorgeous beach. The tender boat was running very regularly to pick everybody up. And the only downside really of the whole trip was the lack of places to sit and wait if you needed to sit down. The Isles of Scilly really were the most fabulous surprise. Somewhere we'd never really thought of going, but we're so glad we did now. Our next port was Falmouth, back on the mainland in Cornwall. It's one of the deepest natural harbours in the world and has a long maritime history. For centuries, Falmouth was a key port for ships arriving from around the globe, from the packet ships carrying post and goods to naval vessels and merchant ships. Today it's still a busy working harbour, but also a lively seaside town with a very relaxed and creative feel to it. We chose not to do the included excursion in Falmouth, and instead we explored the town with Alex and his production cast friends. Of course, we had to sample the Cornish crab for lunch. And we even bumped into viewers of the channel that were on the same cruise as us. And then it was back to the ship for the last leg of our journey to Dover. We had such a lovely few days on board, feeling truly spoiled. But the best part had to be spending time with Alex and seeing him do what he loves, performing and seeing the world. We woke up early on our last morning to the familiar sight of the white cliffs of Dover. The cliffs stretch for about 10 miles along the Kent coastline, and for centuries have been a symbol of arrival and homecoming, the first thing that travellers see when reaching England by sea. We were guided into the port by a pilot boat, and of course had the best welcome home by Pete and the dogs, who was so excited to see Alex. She wants to see Alex first.
I got the dog.
Oh! I'm home! Then it was back to our narrowboat home and life on the canals once again. Join us next time on our regular narrowboat travels as we head down to the Coventry Basin and explore both the old and the new Coventry cathedrals. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up and give us a like. And subscribe if you haven't already. It's totally free, and you'll be helping our channel grow. Thank you so much to all of our channel members for joining the One Day More crew. Click the button below or the link in the description to find out more. And thanks also to everyone that supports our channel through Buy Me a Coffee and YouTube Super Thanks. And as always, thank you to all of our viewers. Leave us a comment, we love to hear from you, and promise to reply to everyone.
When I stayed home, I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. We got everything here, at least to stay alive, and the time that we share makes it all worthwhile. Got this place on our own. Do you feel that we got something strong? And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that we